Chosen Vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man, druuill, and as always, I'm back at you with another video. This is what we're here to discuss today. A positive view makes for a new, better, positive view. And let's get into it. From the moment that you wake up out of bed, your thoughts are shaping your reality. As soon as your feet touch the floor, your thoughts are shaping your reality, creating your day, and what you are subconsciously expecting for yourself is what is shaping your reality, drawing people to you, and fixing situations and things and people and places for your day. All right. So that's why it's good. That's why people stress talking to God first thing in the morning. Because first thing in the morning, when you talk to God, when you pray and stuff like that, it has the potential and the power to eliminate anything negative that could try to get in your way, ruin your day, or cause you to have a bad one, or draw any negative things into your experience. Okay. But mostly because of things that have already been programmed into your mind already. That's where a lot of why these things happen, why these thoughts happen, why these things are taking place. It's because we think it's like random things happening, but a lot of times, sometimes, somewhere in our mind, we have thought this up. It's something that we didn't let go. It's something that we entertained. We may have saw something that happened to somebody else. We may have given too much energy to it, too much attention to it, to where we may have drawn this thing into ourselves, or it might be something that we just don't want, but the feeling of not wanting it is so strong, it might have drawn it to us anyway. So a lot of times we may think it's outside forces, but always remember, don't be tricked by the Maya. Don't be tricked by the illusion. Always know that this is an inside job. Okay, success is an inside job. Peace of mind is an inside job. Being positive, that's an inside job. All right, so if you want to have a positive, new, better you, you're going to have to start with a positive view. Using your mind, a lot of times, will solve every problem that you ever had. But people have been taught to look at things from an outside perspective instead of looking at things from the inside. And when you start to look at things from the inside and you start to awake more, you'll start to really see that you hold the power, and you have the power, and you had it the whole time. And once you realize that you had the power the whole time, you start to be more confident, you start to be happier, and you start to know that you had the power the whole time, and that you could have made situations better. You didn't have to have certain experiences happen the way they happen. It's all about what you think and how you see yourself and how you envision your reality. If you see certain things happening to you, if you see yourself as the victim to certain circumstances, if you don't see yourself being able to overcome certain circumstances, if you don't see yourself as being above certain people and certain things and having power in your life, then that's how the world, that's how people, that's how life is going to treat you. All right. So you have to have, for a new, better, positive view, it all starts with a positive view. And in order to have a positive view about yourself, all you have to do is change how you see yourself. Some people may have said certain things about you. Some people may have made you believe certain things about yourself that weren't true. All you have to do is go back into your mind, whatever the problem is, whatever the issue is, wherever the energy is at. What you have to do is feel that feeling of the unwanted circumstance, of the unwanted situation. When you feel that feeling, what you have to do is you have to open that up. All right, it's going to hurt. It may be painful, but what you have to do is you have to deal with these unwanted feelings. You have to deal with certain things that you might have swept under the rug. You have to deal with certain things that you may not want to. You may not be looking at it because it's painful. You may have just wanted to forget it. But what you have to do is you have to open that back up. You have to examine it, and whatever the problem is, you may have to forgive somebody. You may have to forgive yourself. You may have to let some things go. But that's what's going to help you get past that. That's what's going to help you have a more positive view. And if you want to have a more positive view on things, that's one thing that you could do. Just let those things go. Think about those people, release them, move on. All right, think about them in a different way. When you hold on to people and you hold on to certain things in your life and you feel negatively about it, what it's going to do is it's going to draw more negative to you. When you let go of those people and those negative experiences, what that does is it frees your mind up for more positive experiences, and it frees your mind up for you to have more positivity in your life, more love, more peace. All right. But sometimes we have to let things go. It may be, it sometimes when things happen, it hurts and it's annoying, and person did something to you, and you may want revenge, you may have resentment, you may feel some type of way about it, but that's what's keeping you in bondage. All right. That's what's keeping you in Egypt. All right. The fact that you want revenge, the fact that you want to harm this person, the fact that you feel they did something wrong to you and you feel that they need to be punished, the fact that something bad happened to you and you may not have been able to move on from it. That's what's holding you back. That's what's holding us back sometimes. And when we could let go of that, when we could move on from that, and when we could see ourselves in a different light, when we can imagine ourselves having more peace instead of getting frustrated, when we can imagine ourselves letting things go and our mind and our life moving in a positive direction, our finances and things like that, when we could focus on good things, when we could see ourselves how we would want ourselves to be in life instead of believing in our current circumstances or situation, or if we don't allow our mind to be tricked by what's currently going on. Yes, it may be going on, but you don't have to believe in that. You can believe in yourself as being able to change that situation. You could believe in that situation as being temporary. In order to have a positive view, it's all about changing your mind. You have the power to have a positive view. Hold on, y'all. They're working on this house. You have the power to change your mind so you can have a positive view. But if you continue to think negative things about yourself, like you'll never have this, or you'll never get anywhere, or it'll never change, or you'll never be able to fix it, then that's what you're going to keep experiencing. And I know sometimes it gets rough because you're in your situation. You're hearing somebody saying something positive. You're hearing somebody saying that your situation could change. You're hearing somebody telling you that if you think different, things will be different. And you're like, yo, man, I've been doing that. I've been trying. But sometimes you may not be doing it the right way. You could think things are going to be different all you want. But if in your mind, if your vision isn't in agree, and if your vision is not in agreement with how you feel or how you think, then you're not going to be agreeing with the reality that you want, which means it's not going to happen. All right. If you're not you have to be in total agreement. That's what it's called. You have to be in full agreement. Your mind has to be in agreement. How your feelings have to be in agreement, and what you see for yourself, your vision, what you imagine for yourself has to be in agreement. And when all these things are in agreement, that's when the Bible's talking about 2 or 3, all those things. When people, when people are in agreement with uh, the feelings inside them and their thoughts and what they envision for themselves about their life, that's when you can make some changes. Because there are people who sometimes want things to change, but you may not feel it could change. You may want something to change, you may not see it could change. But you have to see the change, you have to be the change, and you have to feel the change. That's why when they talk about this law of attraction stuff, they say you have to be it. And I know that's kind of confusing. I know that may be hard for people to understand. Like, what do you mean I have to be what I want? You have to be what you want in the sense of feeling it, seeing yourself being able to have it, seeing yourself as already having it. All right, seeing yourself as the one that's driving the car or living in the home or being with the person. All right, instead of seeing everybody else with it. And you have to be able to feel that you can have it instead of feeling that you can't have it. And you have to be able to believe that you can have it instead of not being able to believe that you can have it. And once you work on these things, once you work on your belief, once you work on how you feel about it, once you work on what you think, all right, your mind, how you think, your thoughts, what your thoughts are about having what you want and being what you want and things like that, then everything's going to start to begin to tie into place. Everything's going to begin to fall in line, and you're actually going to start to feel the reality of what it is that you've been expecting, of what you've been trying to manifest. You're actually going to feel that reality, and you're actually going to start being able to live in it. and you're going to actually feel like the one who has everything that they have. They may not have it physically, but when you see other people and you see them enjoying them, you're going to be able to bless them. You're going to be able to feel more positively about other people having good things, doing good things. And also, you're going to be able to see yourself as the one. And you're not just going to be looking at them, enjoying themselves, and seeing them as the one who has something and not you. You're not going to be excluding yourself anymore, because that's another problem. When you don't see yourself as being able to have things and feel yourself as being able to have things, you are excluding yourself. See, people try to ruin your video. They see what you're doing. They're a demon, lower frequency, vibrational person trying to ruin the video, but we're going to keep it going. So keep working on what you see for yourself, because what you see for yourself is definitely going to play a part in you having a positive view for yourself. All right? Because if you don't see yourself being able to have good things, if you don't see yourself being able to be happy, if you don't see yourself being able to be rich, and you want these things, then you're not going to get them. If you don't see yourself being able to be positive, if you don't see yourself as your mind being able to change, then your mind's not going to change. It's very simple. It's a lot of things that if you would just go on the inside and see how you feel about them and think about them and what your thoughts are on them, and you monitor, you actually monitor yourself like you're a psychologist, and how do I feel about this? How do I look at this? How do I view this? How am I going about this? Then you will start to see that you could change how you feel about certain things. And then once you start to change how you feel about certain things, the people around you will start to change as well. Because how you feel about the situation and how you feel about certain people, you're not going to be on the negative frequency that they were on, and you're not going to be attracting that negative stuff that they try to put out into your reality. Hold on, people right here. But anyway, keeping a positive mindset will really help you out with that, because if you don't, basically all you're going to see for yourself is negativity. And when you continue to see negativity for yourself, nothing's going to change. And when nothing changes and you're sitting there feeling negative and things don't work out, you only have yourself to blame, because all you have to do is change your mindset. It's up to you. I'm not going to let anybody stop my video. I just walked past some people, but y'all saw how I did that. But anyway, it's up to you. Your mindset has to be the one. You have to be the one, all right? Other people are going to continue to do what they're going to do. What you have to do is continue to keep working on yourself and keep continuing to change how you feel about yourself and your situation, to where you can feel good. You can feel like you're the one who can have what you want. And that's gonna change your outlook on life. Things that used to bother you aren't gonna bother you anymore, because you're not gonna be walking around feeling broke. You're not gonna be walking around feeling unhappy. You're not going to be feeling like you're walking around on pins and needles because things aren't working out for you. And once all that stress starts to go, and you start to feel the reality more of what it is that you want to manifest, and you start to feel the joy of having it, even though it may not be in your reality physically, you have it mentally, you're going to be on your way. And people, things, like I said, people that used to bother you, things that used to bother you, they're not going to have any power anymore, because you're going to be so focused on one, what it is you're trying to manifest. Two, you're going to be able to change your mind in a way to where they can't bother you, because you feel good about yourself. There's something that happens to you when you change your personal views on yourself. Things that people try to do to insult you, antagonize you, try to get you frustrated, it starts to get weaker and weaker and weaker, all right? I'm not going to say that you're never going to not be affected by things, but even if you become affected by it, you're going to be able to change how you feel about it. And that's the whole game. No matter how people try to do you, no matter how people try to act when they're around you, if you can deal with yourself, if you can change how you feel about things, if you can make sure you have a positive view, then that's all it is. That's all that needs to be done. Because if your view is positive, it doesn't matter what they can do. They can call you this, they can call you that, they can say anything under the sun. If your view about yourself is positive, that's all you need. That's all you need to change your life. That's all you need to change your reality, so you can have a better existence. Because when things aren't going bad, it's because you're thinking bad. And now that I look back on certain thoughts, it's like, wow, that changed my mind. My mind was positive before this, but I let this change my mind to something negative. I let this allow me to get on a negative vibration. And that's when negative thoughts come. That's when negative ideas come. Stop allowing things to change your frequency. And that's the problem. When things change our frequency, then that's when we get got. All right, because that's what they will try to do, is try to change your frequency. And if you don't let them change your frequency, if you don't let them affect that, then you win. If you can stay on the frequency where you feel good, where you're happy, where you're positive, where you're going towards peace and not going towards negativity, then you won. And that's all you need. And nothing or anyone or anything can bring you down. And once you get to that point, it's going to be really hard for people to try to get to you. Like they're really going to have to try to get to you. And then once you see people really start trying to get to you, it's going to put a smile on your face like, wow, they're going through all that just to try to bring me down. I must be somebody really strong and somebody really powerful. And then once you start to keep saying that to yourself, I must be really strong, I must be really powerful, that's when they knew they effed up. That's when they knew they messed with a real chosen one, with a real chosen vessel. Because we're constantly improving, constantly working on our mind, constantly making ourselves better, no matter what they think they've caused us to feel or what they think they put us through. We're always advancing, always making ourselves better, and always making self-improvement, because there's always room for self-improvement and there's always room for growth, especially here on this channel with druuill, God's chosen vessels. So I want to thank everybody for watching this video, soaking up this positivity. I'm out here soaking up some positivity too, getting some rays. So while I'm getting some sun rays, while I'm getting this download, I figured why not now would be the perfect time to share this message. So everybody have a blessed day. Everybody be successful, healthy, wealthy, successful, prosperous, and positive. And hit me up in the comments. Let me know how you felt about this video. Everybody share this video. If you know somebody that needs a more positive mindset, for a more positive view, for a new, better you, share this video with them. And I want to thank you guys for hitting that like button, because it's going to help the channel grow. It's going to help the algorithm see my videos and let them know that I'm still going hard and upload. So thank you guys. I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.